Welcome back to Mad Dog Air Guns. Today we've got the M&P Smith Wesson M&P from Umarex. There's not a lot you can do to this, there's no power kits available, but it's been brought to my attention that there are some mods you can do to this, most of those mods being in the magazine. So we're going to take this apart, have a look inside, drill out the ports, put that through the chronograph, and then we're going to do a slide delete. Now obviously this is blowback, every time you shoot it blows back. Now apparently if you block off one of these little holes inside here, that deletes the blowback. I don't know how it loads it, but if we cock up the magazine, we've only got to buy another magazine, we ain't got to buy a whole new gun. So we'll drill out the ports first, see what difference that makes, and then we'll have a look at deleting the blowback side of things and seeing, I mean, someone said that they've done it and they've got 20 joules out of this. In standard form, we'll see now through the chronograph. So there you go, 4.5, 5 joules maximum out of this. It's only 43 caliber, CO2, so see what we can do with it. Let's get it over on the bench. So the piece we need is there. To start with, I'm going to take that screw out there. That piece just comes out. There's a little rubber thing there that just pops out. And then we've all seen this before on the old HDR 50s and the like. Now what I'm going to do, there is a spring in there, so as it comes out, that piece there's another washer in there, and there's one there, and that piece comes off. It's this bit here that's got the ports on it. Ooh. Probably isn't the best way of doing things, but Tools are limited in the Mad Dog Airguns man cave. So I haven't got the Dremel indoors, so I'm going to try Dremeling with the drill. Don't know where you can see that. You don't want to get, there's a little collar on there. You don't want to get too close to the edge of the collar. So all I can do now is put it back together and we'll shoot it through the chrono. So that can go on. Just nip it up, don't have to go super wild with it. No, is that the right way? No. You can go back in. So we'll load it up, shoot it through the chrono. 1.56 of a gram. So not much of a difference there. I don't want to go any further with that because that's getting quite close to the edge of that hole. That's not made a lot of difference. Well, it has a little bit there. We did see 5.7, I believe it was. We'll see it on the video. But then a couple of shots came in at just over 2 joules. I think the big improvement will be the blowback delete. So we'll carry on and do that next. Back on the bench. So we're going to try some JB Weld now. World's strongest bond. I've read the instructions. And the bit we want to fill is that hole there. Just in the side there. You can see that. So I'm going to rough that up. Yeah, see you in a bit. just want to watch on the inside of it. I don't know if you can see that. It's just poked through a little bit. We don't want that because it's... Bloody light's flickering here now. Just behave yourself, will you? I'm going to let that go off. I've had my finger in it so it's nice on the inside. I'll let that go off for 24 hours. And then I'll probably put a little bit more just on the outside here just to give it a bit of strength. So we'll be back with you in 24 hours. Just a little dimple. I want to get a bit more put in it. I've put a little bit in so it hasn't gone into the inside, so the balls will still load in there quite nice. I'm just going to mix a bit more up and get that flush, but I just want to rough it up a little bit first. I don't know if you can see there's a little dimple in it where it's just sort of sunk in, but because I've got like it's gone hard now, it's been over 24 hours, I'm just going to fill that dimple in a little bit more just to strengthen it up. Right, leave that for 24 hours now. So what conclusions do we draw from that? It hasn't made a shit's worth of difference. It still blows back. I don't know. I'm just going on what I've been told. There's not a lot of things to look for online for these particular guns. I've blocked off the hole in the magazine, it still blows back. I've drilled out the ports in the little needle thing in the magazine. A very slight improvement in power, but nothing to write home about. I am only using the Umarex rubber coated steel balls, which are 1.56 of a gram. So not the heaviest projectile, but also I would still expect some improvement over the standard. None. So I'll leave it up to you to make your decisions. There's a lot of claims out there of people that make all this power out of these modifications, but they're not backing it up with any proof. I'm not slating anyone. If they've managed to get that out of their gun, then fair enough. I've done the mods that have been suggested. Hasn't made a shit's worth of difference. So what can you take away from this video? Basically, if you've got one of these, don't bother. If you want something more powerful, get something more powerful. It's quite a nice gun. It feels nice. It's got good action, but the trigger's very heavy, and it's quite expensive for what it is. You know, compared to like the HDR HDP, you know, at just under €300, that's a lot of money for just a 43 caliber paintball gun. Yeah, so my advice is don't bother. If you want something more powerful, buy something more powerful. But it's been an experiment, and I do these videos so that you don't have to. Well, that's it. So I won't be doing much more with this gun. We're moving on to bigger and better things. We've got the HDX 68. I've still got 2 HDR 50s. We've still got some more videos to do with those, with parts from Home Defence 24. And then we're on to shotguns. I have got another shotgun coming, and I'm also looking at getting a 2.2 rimfire, long rifle, you know, rimfire, at some point. So I've started selling off some of my air guns. I've sold the Benjamin Sheridan pump up gun. I've sold the Umarex Legends MP40 or whatever it's called. That's gone. I might sell some of these handguns. I've got the Glock 17 Gen 4, and I've got the 6 Hour SP 2022. Might get rid of those as well. But I'm going to keep the blank firer, keep all the HDR stuff. I've still got my 2 air rifles and the shotgun. We're just having a bit of a change round. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.